Who's there?
It is the universe. I have come to tell you that today your mission to make a video that macros and mindset coach Sarah Fillmore is her way to help people relate to food, nutrition, and all things general health, empower humanity, and educate on how people relate to their health as well. Enjoy.
I need to talk to you. Ty, seriously, look at this. This is what we're going to talk about. My Fit For You community is going to go crazy when they see you and I together, destroying all the myths, unshiny, quick fixes, and now everybody else gets to join in this and really learn and see that one capsule isn't going to cut it. 1 month of cutting out certain food groups isn't going to do it. Staying up late just to work out non-stop isn't going to do it. So many key, fundamental, exciting things to share.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah!
And so it must be done. Let's go have some fun. Let's kick the shit out of this one.
Well, what's our vision?
Yeah. Thank you. You're too kind. Thank you. Alright, welcome back to Geist Gunner. To add even more context and value to the macros video we just posted, we have got a macros and mindset coach. We've got Sarah Fillmore to talk even more in depth about the importance of both macros, but also all of the fundamentals of general health, who does one-to-one and group coaching on one fits one techniques, whatever it takes to best fit your goals and needs. It is December 2022. Come on in.
Hello?
How are you doing today?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to be here. For one, I wanted to really thank you for having me. This is a big step for me. You know I'm excited. You know what I do. I put a lot of enthusiasm into, but this is on a whole different level, okay?
Really exciting to get like a different type of energy in here, still talking about something that I'm really passionate about.
Wait,
some more wisdom than I do. And
well,
I'm coming from, oh hello, like I'm just doing a thing now, and like I'm kind of like saying stuff and like I'm trying to say things, but you being here and doing it. And I think that there's a whole nother set of usefulness that comes with that.
I really appreciate you acknowledging that, because I truly believe that's what makes me the coach that people can go to and feed from, because I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of limiting beliefs, and in different situations where I wanted the quick fixes. I wanted to have results now, right?
Totally.
And so, you know, it's been a journey. It's something that I've worked really hard on, and becoming a coach, the emphasis on the mindset component, you know, you and I've meshed right away because of that. So it's exciting.
Totally. So tell them what it is that you are doing and what your whole macro mindset coaching is and what's kind of involved with the Fit For You stuff.
So what I do as a coach is I help women move past limiting beliefs, creating really good habits around routines that work towards their goals. So one fits one. And that's why we came up with the company name as Fit For You, because really your needs are going to be different than my needs and different than my aunt's needs, my sister-in-law's needs.
Definitely.
When we look at being individualized and how that plays a role, it really brings a lot of like, oh, it's not as hard as I thought it was. Because
absolutely, yeah. Understanding, getting into it enough to know how all of this actually is going to relate to you and can work for you, which isn't as annoying as it was before, you know, like you're actually having fun with it. When you can get past those barriers, it's a completely different experience than what it was before.
And sometimes that takes time, moving past those barriers.
It always takes time,
because,
for sure.
Yeah, like when you look at my experience, it's 20 years of looking at shiny, fancy, quick fixes, right? Learning macros, the education of where I'm getting my nutrients from, where I'm getting my energy from, how to read a label, how to make a grocery list, and even meal prep that works for me and keeping towards my goals. You know, it's optimal health that's sustainable, and it always goes back to that.
Particularly with labels, I think that's a really unappreciated language that is going on and can be almost a secondary to your first language. If food is the most fundamental thing, which is impacting your health and happiness and energy levels, which is like a base to everything else that's going on, it's like a biological language which is impacting everything else. And I've found in my own experience, it has been massive in my understanding of how much power I have in my own life and how much I'm actually able to control how I'm going to show up.
Completely. The choices that you make in your food, let's just say a yogurt, for example, something that maybe has a flavor to it is not going to be as high protein as something that is a natural that you can add berries and whatever else to. And I know this because you do that. But if you don't know what you don't know. And so having a coach, we can look at foods that you have and that you enjoy, and you're not taking things away, because oftentimes that's what's out there is this restrict, cut out certain food groups, but we don't talk about adding in things. You and I have talked before about getting our water in, right? There's so many people that don't even know where to start.
Yeah, no, it's definitely less than common knowledge to know that bottles like this are even made, let alone popularized, and as tickies throughout the day for how much water one should be drinking. This is a gallon of water, and it is like, hey, you should be doing that. It's on the bottle, so it's not just me spewing anything. This is literally like an appropriate amount for somebody my size, or even more. For somebody who has just never been told that, or who those around them are not already doing that, that's not going to be something that's easily implementable in what they've got going on. And I think there's so many barriers like that which prevent people from optimizing their health and thereby all of the other things that they care about but they didn't know health was relative to, whether that is aesthetics or if it's just general energy from that.
Energy alone from drinking water.
Yeah.
Like when we know the side effects from being dehydrated, I have to tell you, as of recently, I've put an app on my phone to remind me to drink water, because sometimes when I'm at work, I find myself really consumed with the day and the time and everything goes fast. If I'm on a day off and I'm out hiking or running or whatever, no problem. I don't want it to be all up and down everywhere. I need it to be consistent, because when it's consistent, my digestion is way better. I feel more satiated. Everything with my metabolism is working on point.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally sympathize and agree with that. When I first started trying to optimize my whole water thing, I found that I was able to start that habit by just drinking a lot throughout the morning and making it like one of my tasks that I'd write on like the board or whatever. Just drink that whole thing and then like fill it up and then still have it around you. And I just always have it by me, and I just make sure that was something that I got done. Once I was able to see the benefits and pay attention to what was going on and how I felt, I was able to recognize that I did feel a lot better. And once you get a taste of what the benefit is, whether it's for working out or drinking a lot or enough water or tracking your calories, which takes a ton of effort, but then actually noticing you're able to get something from that, you're aware of how much and of what you're putting in your body, that is like you've just gained a superpower. And it's really exciting to be able to do that for the first time. No matter who you are or what your situation is, you're able to have these wins that are in your peripheral that you may not have even known existed, and they can help you with all the other wins as well, especially when we're talking about things which affect your energy and your confidence.
So, okay, I just have to just be like yeah, I literally like said, you need to high five me right there, because my community, the Fit For You community, knows water is a hard stop before anything else in the morning. And then also too, you just tapped on a huge thing, awareness. If we're not aware of how things make us feel, you're just gonna continue on that hamster wheel, right? Until you realize, okay, this is making me feel A, B, or C, like really good, I've got more energy, I don't have the 3 o'clock crash, da, da, da. And that's that ripple effect you were saying, like, but it comes from awareness. And sometimes, yeah, it is an added tool, tracking macros and looking at data and numbers and everything. But when you can flip it and say, this is what I get out of it, we call it, what are the macro wins? Because sometimes when you're doing something for so long, it gets kind of complacent. If I have to weigh my chicken one more time, but if I remember, oh, that's how I feel, oh, that's how I show up, or that's the energy I have in my lift today, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, and I really like that point. Complacency versus doing too many things too, you know? Like you have to find a healthy balance.
I'm a mom, yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, and so not only are you managing too many things with the things that you're trying to grow at, whether it's any aspect of your health, but you also have all of these other things, so much more than just the extracurricular. And so it is like a big commitment to be taking any more of a load when you already have a lot of things going on. And it's definitely a huge props to you if you are willing to go that extra mile to affect in a positive way your energy. And it's a difficult one to find a balance for, understanding how long you need to be doing a diet plan or a workout routine for, or you know, how long you should try to do that thing that's hard for you, and when you should pivot. This workout plan isn't working for me well, or I feel like I could get better benefits from, or it's just not made for me. Should I just pivot immediately? Because then maybe I'm just gonna end up pivoting a ton like I have and just feel burnt out and that nothing works and that I can't do anything. Or should I continue just doing something that I know could have constant improvements on, but you're just still doing something with consistency?
Do you have like that light bulb that can go above my head? The tracker that I've created has your macros in it, and then there's also your biofeedback. So it talks about your mood, your energy, your sleep, digestion, overall your activities. A lot of people jump from one program to the next program to the next program to the next program because it doesn't work.
Right.
But when we look at tracking and we can go, okay, here's your averages, because everything we do is in the law of average, because one day isn't going to make you your healthiest best. I feel like there's this pressure to be perfect, like supreme clean, ultra this. Just because one day you went out and had pizza isn't going to make you your most unhealthiest self. It's about the average. And when we look at that, we can go, hey, this was really working well. What happened during that time frame? Well, this is the program I was doing. I didn't like this. So then we dial it in even more and we make it more about what is attainable to you.
Absolutely. What's attainable to you? I find that whole where is your personal happy medium a very interesting thing, because I am like a health nut and I do optimize everything, and I'm like very much so writing thousands of words in my journal if I do myself.
That is so cool. Like, seriously, someone like me can listen to that and be like, it's your mindset first.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is what it all comes back to, is what makes you feel good. And for me, knowing that maybe I have an ice cream out in the summer with my kid, that I feel really good about that choice, because before I would have felt like, oh shit, I failed again and this and that. Now I plan for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I know how to like work my macros into it. And now I know how to have an epic day with my kid and feel freaking fantastic.
Absolutely, and I'm a sucker for nostalgia as well. I used to drink like Slurpees every day, or little candies, or like ice cream with my grandma, or whatever it is. I love nostalgia like so much, sitting in like, wow, this was an amazing point
We're
in my
in
life.
Christmas and New Year's where there's tons of tradition.
Totally. So many things that are nostalgia, like for people that are always going on. And no matter where you are on that spectrum, there's always more that you can be optimizing for if you're hungry for it. You know, if that's something that you want, but not everybody wants to be that completely optimized, has no fun food person. You know what I mean?
Six-pack abs. People are looking at that and they're going, well, why don't I look like that? Well, are you doing all the stuff that's behind that
yeah, and I think,
get there?
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Yeah, there's some really tough, not fun stuff that people who are trying to optimize everything do on a consistent basis. And I am trying to take that to the highest level that I can. And it's really exciting for me as kind of like my own hobby to optimize all the things that I'm doing. But by no means does it make sense for everybody to be doing the things that I'm doing, or people who are way crazier than me for me to be doing them if that's not my main thing. Understanding.
Have you heard that I ran an ultra? That is like an ongoing running joke, because all runners talk about running all the time, right? And so it's like,
you're my first runner.
Yeah. Everybody who's in my community knows that I talk about running non-stop, and I hit a huge goal this year. I ran an ultra, but it's not for everyone. For some
how far
people,
is an ultra?
Well, I ran 60, so anything over 42 is a
42 like kilometers?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
thanks.
Nice. I did not know that.
See, what is my goal and what's good for me isn't going to be what's good for other people. Maybe running a 5K is their goal.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be fit in this perfect box for everybody. Mm-hmm. And I think that that is the awareness we're bringing today, that this is really about keeping it simple. With the doable.
Totally. Understanding what are the components that are going to allow you to boost your current situation no matter where you are, and what is the limit based upon where you're starting. You
did a great episode on macros. Women, we know we're not eating enough protein. So I love that episode. Like, if you haven't watched it, you have to go back and watch it just to even understand the breakdown of macros. But you really emphasize protein, and I love that.
Oh, and something else that you were talking about that I want to expand upon, the whole individuality thing, I think could be broken into a lot of different things if needed, because personalization, understanding yourself, like self-knowledge, is quite one-to-one with health, I think, in a lot of ways, because understanding yourself and then taking care of yourself are both at the foundation of who you are. They should be sort of holding hands with that. Understanding how much you need of what and what makes you feel good, what your goals are.
I have some people that have come to me and they have a weight loss goal in mind. That's what it is, like just weight loss. And some clients, weight loss isn't their goal. Their goal is to run with their grandchildren, pick them up, to be able to move their furniture in their house in the spring and not get hurt. You know, maybe it is to run a 5K in a PR time. It's so much more than just that. What does it feel like? You know, what's the energy around it? That's when I get excited. And when we go past the numbers and we look at what brings you joy and what brings you happiness, that's when we can tap into people's why. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. Why are you trying to improve your health? There's usually many, but holding on and being able to keep your thoughts on that place, to be able to wake up every day and go back to that why you're waking up earlier and you wanted to sleep in, or like whatever, always having that, always having your thoughts on that why, and as crystal clear as possible, or as abundant and then narrowed as possible, is just an initiatory step of that process. process to be able to hold on to as you go through all of that.
And it sounds so doable. I'm clear, there's my why, but then shit happens, right? Dinner isn't made, kids aren't picked up, you got called into work, nothing's for meal prep. We know that. When did you make the distinction between how your nutrition plays a role with your mental health?
When I started getting into high school, like 14 or something, when I was like also not just a little kid anymore and there's like girls involved and all of those types of things, when you're like actually becoming aware of your appearance and stuff, health definitely became my hobby or passion as far as working out all the time, eating as healthy as I could and trying to understand what made me feel better or what added to the like crunches I was doing at night or whatever I was doing. Foods being unhealthy or bad was a thing I was aware of, but I never knew that there was actually a reason why they were called bad or unhealthy. I became addicted to truth at a point when I went through this whole, oh my god, there's so many things that I could be learning right now. When I realized that, yeah, there is a massive amount of life and opportunity to be had if you do eat in a deliberate way. How I want to impact culture is I want to, as much as possible, make all the things which people are just acting in and doing regularly more inclined to health as a baseline. Like I would love to propagate a culture where it's not as cool, just like not cool to eat things which aren't gonna make you feel cool or look cool or whatever, because you know that all the people who you and everybody else are looking up to are on the top of their game, and they're doing that by doing the unsexier things. And so I think there's going to be a flip-flop in culture where people start latching on to what's actually good for them and not things which are just gonna spike your brain chemicals super easily and then would make that whole situation with, even if you know you want to go off a little bit, so much better.
When it comes back to your mental health, your physical health, it comes back to like the water in your sleep and getting enough protein in and, you know, carbohydrates. Until you look at that label, you shouldn't be labeling foods. You should be understanding what's in it. And I think that, you know, there's a lot of education to be had, but for myself, that's time consuming too, right? So I look to someone like you who's putting that out there, putting that content, breaking down things, but it will always go back to the foundation. And that's why I'm so excited to be here too, is because you're the type of resource that I want out in the world. I want somebody who's trustworthy, that knows how to actually read a label, knows how to decipher what's really needed, what's not. I'm not gonna do it. I've been there and I've weeded out what doesn't work for me. I'm gonna be like, okay, you're an expert in this. There's not a lot of the foundation that's out there. That will always go back to the foundation. You know that food comes first, where I can get it through a macronutrition standpoint. Now, where else does this go?
Yeah, absolutely. I love being, like you said, a buffer for what is necessary and what's not. I just really do want to do the best job I can, and whatever comes out of my mouth and whatever I am putting out, people can begin to trust that it is something that's important and something that's been thought about. It's hard to understand what is valuable information and how to get it in a way which makes sense for you.
My Fits For You community needs to subscribe because you are so valuable. Yeah.
You heard, lady.
I've watched, and you know, because I've told you before, oh my goodness, and I've liked all the stuff. I just think that when it comes back to what's being put out in the world, I love being somebody who sees kind of what's underneath of it. This is the emphasis of my community, of what you're doing, and I'm excited. I'm excited for your future. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the Fits For You, building on the foundation and no longer trying to find the quick fixes. We made some fun today, and anybody who knows me, knows that I love to have fun and, you know, joy, and laughing at sometimes at yourself is one of the fastest ways to get out of that funk, right?
Totally, yeah. Always laughing. There's actually, I don't know which neurochemicals or whatever, but there's a bunch of cool stuff that happens in your brain when you laugh. So also laughing as much as possible is kind of like a health thing. Just knowing that in and of itself is really cool, because then you prompt yourself to laugh more and you think about it more because you know there's a reason. But yeah, thank you so much for for that. I really appreciate you coming on here. You've definitely made me feel legitimized to a degree. You're all into this stuff, and it is really exciting to be around good energy like you who cares so much about stuff like this. Health is definitely where I've been starting all of this because it's the most fundamental to everybody, and the thing that I felt I had the most power to help people with, the most I had experience with, and the main core with everything else I want to do as well is just helping to educate people on all the things that they're not getting in their regular media and their regular schooling, and isn't necessarily something that's pushed in culture as the thing that we're learning about, that we're caring about, but actually should have weight and can help you to a massive degree.
All the information that you're putting out there right now, when I was looking at creatine and you were talking about creatine, talking about different supplements, like, it's all so relevant and also out there right now that you can Google it 500 different ways. But until you sit back and listen to what you're doing and comparing it,
sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Yeah, it's super exciting every time I meet somebody like you and how you offer what you do to your community. Yes, thank you.
we're a good team.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It has been great having you on as the first guest of Geist Gunner ever. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, and leave a comment if there was anything in this which touched home to you, or if you had anything else to add to the conversation. That would be so awesome. I'd love to get people commenting and being able to add value to others besides just me and my guests. It would be great to have other people being able to feel like they're helping each other as well there too. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace. Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, now you wanted to play a game.
Yeah, let's play a game. Okay, we'll do a little round of would you rather.
Would you rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it can be like on anything. Like.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go first, right?
Okay. I get to move my feet now. Nice.
Yes, you do. Eggs or yogurt?
What kind of yogurt?
For breakfast, eggs or yogurt?
Can I have anything with either of them?
Yes. You're not playing the game!
Or if it's plain yogurt, no.
Okay, let's start again. Chicken or steak?
Steak. What would you rather? Walking or talking?
Walk. Ooh. I can't talk?
No.
Well, with my family rather.
You're gonna get a lot of slack from your running community if you don't quit talking.
Definitely.
You could still write to them. Had a great run.
Yeah.
3K today.
Put a zero behind that. 30K?
30K? Sure.
No,
Yeah.
I'm joking. Can I run?
And eggs, by the way. No, not if you choose talking.
Okay, no, I'm a walker. I'll sign everything. I'll learn to sign.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Take in or eat out?
Take in.
Or not take in, sorry. Eat in or take out?
Eat in.
This isn't going very well.
This is going great. I like these questions. This is fun. I'd eat in because I cook everything I eat and I like personalized stuff. I'd only eat out if it's like a very special thing or if it's like really fancy, unique food. I like really unique things and really healthy things. Those are the two things that get me really excited. So yeah, if I can just like eat something that's super healthy that I already made, or go out when it's like something super special. But if I had to choose one or the other for like the rest of my life, eat in. Would you rather go bald or never shave your fingernails again?
I would rather go bald.
Okay.
I'd have to cut my nails.
Have you seen the lady in Guinness World Records?
That's just so gross. Like, have you seen my nails?
Imagine the bill on that pedicure.
I have no nails. There's no.
That'd be a lot of polish. A bottle, maybe.
That would be a lot of like dirt and disgustingness. No thanks.
Hit me.
Would you rather no pineapple or pineapple on your pizza?
No pineapple, but props for being unique. I prefer it in a dessert. Would you rather...
You can't make these hard on me.
Why
You're
not?
making them so easy for you.
You gotta have hard ones.
I thought you can't give you a pineapple.
You gotta
like,
get, yeah,
that's
go harder.
That's the easiest thing in the world. Yes or no?
I want you to punch my soul.
No, because this is supposed to be fun.
This is fun. I like the hard things. I like making people think. I'd rather have a hard question.
Okay, well, I'll try and think of one.
Would you rather have super sight to the degree that you can see things from like miles away and it's just like an insane amount of sensory thing that you can never get used to, so it's always overwhelming, but you can see it all the time, or be blind?
I would take the sensory overload. For sure, for sure. I have too many things to look forward to that I want to see.
Good luck in remembering to count your steps.
Yeah.
You're gonna be thinking that eagle 10 miles away.
Would you rather do this with no audience or stand on a stage in front of thousands of people?
So like do this how I'm doing it right now?
Yeah.
Definitely right now. Definitely with no audience. Even when I'm posting them right now, I haven't like told my maximum amount of people that I'm doing this yet because I want to build a body of work first and like actually develop skills so that when I'm actually telling people to go watch, it's actually like cool stuff. So, and people freak me out. Like I would like to do it on the stage, but you know, there's a hurdle with doing it on the stage. There's always going to be a percentage of people who are uncomfortable by you or don't like your stuff because that's just how it goes. So it's only going to be as comfortable as none when it's like all positive. So it's like, it's just so much easier to just be alone. And then this way, there's so many other things you can do in After Effects where it's like, you have so many other ways to add value to them and make them laugh and do all those things. And having that editing component of stuff makes it so much more, like I feel so much more powerful when I'm like, all right, I can add all I can give right now, but still in like a comfortable sort of way. And then I can go hard after that. And I don't know, just being able to optimize my chances. When you're going on stage, you're like, you're one and done, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a big moment, even though those are awesome as well.
I think that when you're on stage, you really, really have to be like mindful of capturing that person,
Yeah.
like the all in,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Whereas here, you have the ability to be like, hey, squirrel, hey, look at that,
Yeah.
hey, look, and then that's keeping you engaged,
Yeah,
right?
I love being able to do that. Like all of the little things added together make up something that's like not only unique and different from everybody else, but also really like impactful. And yeah, I love that.
And that's one thing I want to bring to my community to you, because I think that there's a level there that you can enjoy and learn and be aware of the content without having it kind of like pushed at you, where that's sometimes out there. It's being really pushed. Whereas the content that you have, it can be fun and exciting and full of education, but it's not pushed at you. It's there for the taking.
Right.
If you want it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I don't want to push anything that I'm making on other people. I want them to be telling other people and them watching it because they're either getting value from it or because they're really excited by what's going on with it. And I'm definitely willing and much more excited to just put in everything that I'm able to put into it versus trying to milk something up front when there isn't as much substance as could be. And I'm definitely not doing this and planning on dipping anytime soon, which that mindset wouldn't be valid for if you were to do that. Like you kind of just need to get it if you have a time limit.
Oh, I love it. This is going out, bud.
To make doing healthy things and tracking their macros fun, enjoyable for women, for hundreds of women, for
Women who want to be fit for them.
really exciting to get like a different type of energy in here, still talking about something that I'm really passionate about and that you've already been passionate about for like longer than I've lived. So it's really excited to see.
You're not supposed to age me.
Right
in the beginning.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
I was meant more saying I'm like a little teeny guy. You know? I'm just a little zip.
is why I so accept this. This is why it meant so much for me to be here, because you are such an invaluable resource. Invaluable?
Valuable.
Valuable. When did you make...
Do you want to ask me some questions? We'll ask each other questions.
Okay. I feel like you're more relaxed than I am. I feel like... Can I pull this up just
You want to put your legs on the table?
No.
You can do that if you
No,
like.
I can't. Are we... No, because my socks are terrible. I'm wearing like athletic socks.
You want my slippers? I already got the fluffy socks, so.
Well, where am I
kind
gonna
of
put... I'm gonna
over-
put my feet like this? Like
You
this?
can put them on, well, you can put them on that side if you like.
Can you see
Do you
my
think
foot like that?
Do you think it'd be most relaxed, optimally relaxed
I think I
if
don't.
we both had our feet up?
I can't do it. Maybe
You
at
can
the
like
end.
put your arms up,
Maybe at the end.
whatever you want to do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
serious.
So no, you don't have to be dead serious. You can't be. Okay.